All right, grasshoppers, it is that time of the week again. The universe is watching. Mark Puttenvink is back. What's happening there, brother? How are you?
It's actually so there's bubble universes, and the theory is like the black hole sucks in the universe, comes out the backside, kind of like Mexican food. So you have bubble universes. So it's actually multi-universe.
Multi-universe. It's the things they constantly learn. Like people say, "Oh, geez, they tell us that the eggs weren't good for us in the past. Now they're saying eggs are good for us." We're always learning new things, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, and like there was talk last week or 2 weeks ago that we may have shot down an alien spacecraft. Really, they're going to travel 30 million light years, and they're going to get taken down by.
We're going to take them down. All right. We're going to talk about. I had a fantastic weekend. You had a fantastic weekend, and this gentleman right here was responsible for your fantastic weekend.
Oh man,
Barry Shelley, how you doing there, brother?
Let me tell you, Tom.
All right, so let's recap in case anybody doesn't know. So Barry Shelley's a good friend of ours, good friend of the show. Watches all the time. Yeah, he was a military police officer, fantastic gentleman. Lives up in Cooperstown. And Mark Puttenvink obviously is one of the leaders of the New Jersey Warriors hockey team. It's all a bunch of veterans. So Barry put a weekend together for them. They went up and did you play a game or no? You didn't. There's no ice.
Well, we were going to do an outdoor game. So they have an outdoor rink right smack in the middle of Cooperstown. But the weather's been 60 degrees.
Right.
So Barry, I don't know why they put down like 8 inches of water. It looked like it might be okay. So Barry went there early Saturday morning and kind of stepped on a bit right down.
Oh, that's all right.
So we had to improvise, and we were prepared to improvise. Right. So we had a street hockey game. We had a street hockey shootout.
Oh, cool.
And that was tremendous. It was absolutely.
And he had a whole bunch of things. He had the mayor there and everything, a bunch of ceremonies.
Yeah, so we left New Jersey Friday. We busted up, and we got into Cooperstown, and Barry was waiting at the hotel for us, which was tremendous. And then we went to the VFW hall. We had a police escort, and the first time that I've ever been in a police or had a police escort that wasn't in the back seat, which was really good.
Sure.
But anyway, so we had a police escort into town, and when we got to the VFW, which is literally right across the street pretty much from the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, the town came out. There was a red carpet rolling in.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it was, it's hard to describe the emotional aspect of it because it's just so tremendous for our disabled veterans. And we went in, we had a great dinner. The mayor presented us with a proclamation basically saying this is Cooperstown's New Jersey Warrior weekend. Oh. We got a bat from the bat company up there that's engraved with New Jersey Warriors. The town came out. I mean, it's kind of hard to encapsulate everything that went on. Yeah. There was so many tremendous things. We went to later that evening. Went after the street hockey event. We went to the Utica Comets game. And you remember? Well, did you play against Bob Ish, or were you out of the league by the time?
Bob Ish.
Yeah, he was a goal. I know he was in Buffalo as a net
Was he smallish?
You know what?
Was he big-ish or was he big-ish? I don't really recall an ish. I really don't.
Yeah,
I thought maybe you were joking. Esch. Robert Esch. Robert Esch, the goalie. Okay, yeah.
So he either owns the Utica team or whatever, but it's a pretty nice little barn. It sits about 4,000 people, and of course they recognized the team. Then we went on the ice, which was a thrill for the team. And again, just tremendous night. We went back to Barry's. Rink of Dreams, which was you could spend literally years there just going through the enormous amount of memorabilia he has. It's an incredible archive for any hockey fan. It's just kind of hard to describe. You have to be there.
Very good. You guys have a few adult beverages on the way home then too, because you stopped.
Well, by the time the bus ride home, most of the people were sleeping because
really?
Pretty much of a whirlwind. Yeah. Okay. We stopped on the way home in Omegon Brewery, which is a veteran-owned brewery.
Right.
And it's this huge, must have been a dairy farm at one time. And, again, they honored the team, and we had a really nice meal there. Barry was there, and Billy Hunt, who was a CHL referee in chief, who was with us for the weekend. It was just incredible.
That's cool. Very good. Good time.
Yeah.
So it made the Warriors feel like the veterans, that they were like real special people and everything too. Like,
and they are, and I think that's part of like the appreciation, Tom. And just so everybody out there knows, Tom donated some memorabilia, his personal stuff, because we did have a little bit of an auction, and the women for some reason were fighting over getting who could get your photographs. I don't know.
They were naked.
And by the way, I always like to get something when I go on the road.
Yes,
just a memorabilia. So I picked up this. I'm looking forward to wearing this.
Oh, nice! I like the color. I like the. Nice.
Oh, yeah, the color. And
why don't you have that on right now? You should have it on.
I should, but but Beth might not be happy.
And what about then we also had the show, the 45-minute show that we auctioned off too. Do you know how much they got for that?
Yes, yeah. So that's true. Yes, there were I forget. I think somebody. I want to say a gentleman by the name of Mark One. He's a veteran.
Yes.
He was a hockey player. And he's a linesman or a referee up in that neck of the woods.
Yep, Barry sent me his information. Yeah, Barry sent me his information today too. That's cool. Yeah, very good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. So it's just he's going to be on the show. He can bring whoever he wants on the show with him. We'll have some fun. He can promote whatever he wants to promote, whatever he wants to talk about. So we'll have some fun too. So,
and then we have a little surprise next Monday. We'll let people just get surprised by it, right, Tom?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for next Monday. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So my weekend. So this wonderful woman, Jen O'Brien. Now I joke around this. We nicknamed her PITA, P-I-T-A, and I mean it is meant as a total compliment to her. So that stands for pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because she's the one that heads up this American Special Hockey Association. Right. So it's for special needs kids and adults. And she does some fantastic stuff, but she has to be relentless to get this stuff done. Mm-hmm. You know, like people are like, a lot of times people are busy doing other stuff. So we were all, and she lied. I said, just so you know, and I named it PITA. I said, this is a total compliment to you. Now, to somebody else, it may not be a compliment, but to you with what you do, you're called PITA. So she heads up this American Special Hockey Association, again, for mainly kids, but some adults with special needs. And they had a tournament. They had a few rinks going on, but we were mainly at this outdoor rink, this fantastic family. Larry Pierce and his family, they've got about 200 acres up there. He's quite the entrepreneur. We really got to talk. Like he's a real motivator. Like he's very successful. He's got a demolition company. So what he does is he goes in and obviously gets paid to demolish these buildings, and then he takes a lot of stuff out of the like beams and wire and he's got equipment that grinds up the cement and the concrete blocks and everything, and that's what he builds his roads with. So if you go to his farm now, excuse me, he's constantly building new things. So he's got this outdoor rink with the chillers and everything, Zamboni. So their ice was good. They have little covers for it, so if it gets too sunny, they cover it up with little blankets. And so they had the rink still going and the chillers. He's fantastic. They have a cabin there that I stayed in. He's building new cabins. And he donates all the ice time and everything, not just for this weekend for this special needs tournament, but for a lot of high school teams and other kids come and play. It's in a residential neighborhood, and some of the people were complaining because the buses are pulling in. Like teams are coming in from Canada and all over the place. So he went and built his own road in another area, so it wasn't going by all the houses all the time.
Did you go there last year?
Yes. It was fantastic.
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Great time. So again, Jen O'Brien does a fantastic job. It's American Special Hockey Association, ASHA. So if you ever want to donate to that, it's a great cause. And they had teams from New Jersey. Another team that I had actually been on the ice with in Central Park before. They were on the ice. It was really cool. So a couple of years ago, they had the girls from the United Arab Emirates.
Wow.
The girls hockey team.
Yeah.
Very so cool. So it was a fantastic weekend again. Great stuff. I'm usually pretty good with my diet, but there's a lot of cheeseburgers going on up there. They're cooking outside the rig.
Yeah, I kind of broke some rules this weekend too.
Oh God, yeah.
But you know what? What's weird about it, Tom? I expected fully with changing up my diet like that to have a bad gut. Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, nothing. I was fine. And I mean, we were like yesterday, chicken and waffles, which I've never had. I had at the Omegon Brewery.
Right.
Man, let me tell you something, bro.
Oh.
That's the only way to go.
I'll tell you. So I'm driving up there in the middle of nowhere. You're going up Route 17 and all this kind of stuff. So I'm hungry, and there's nothing but a McDonald's. So okay, I'm going. And I figured if I'm going to go to McDonald's, I'm going to have my favorite. But I haven't had a filet of fish sandwich. Yeah, I did. But I felt awful, like the fries, all greasy and everything.
Yeah, that's a little different.
After. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah, because that's like make-believe food. It's not real.
Right. Okay. Oh, so here's your friend Ted Curtin, who was also part of your weekend. Where's Ted here? We know Jen. She's helped out with the Warriors equipment.
Yes.
In the past.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have a player up there, Ryan Miller, who lives up in Binghamton. Oh. And he may have been there yesterday, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because he's involved with Jen with her. We did probably 2-3 years ago. USA Hockey had their special needs festival at the local rink here in Wayne at Icefall.
Oh.
So we went there. Play a quote unquote all-star game. So, and this was tremendous. I mean, mostly young adults, some a little bit older.
Right.
And again, all different special needs, tremendous event. And this was the national festival. I mean, they had like teams from Edmonton and from all over the place.
Right.
And so we line up for a team photo before the all-star game. And one of their guys comes over I think he went up to Jimmy Jam, our goaltender, says, "I'm the funeral director, and I'm here to direct your funeral." And we're like, "Oh my god!"
Is this the Undertaker? Is that?
It was the best trash talk I've ever heard.
Ted's
The
got yeah,
Undertaker, yeah.
the Undertaker. That's funny.
And then we in the game he scored, and his celly was tremendous. And again, special needs, and God bless him, but he loves Jersey Shore. And then when he found out the team was from Jersey, like when we did a group picture on the ice after the game, he's like, "Hey, do you know the situation? Do you know?"
Oh, is that right?
Oh, it was a tremendous
That's
event.
funny.
It was a lot of fun.
That's good.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, good weekend for both of us, man. That was fantastic. Those are one of those events when you go up to those kinds of things. I know you feel the same way, that you're going up there to help them, but you end up having a better time yourself, right? Because there's great people.
I got to tell you, Ted and I and our support staff of Kiki O'Donnell and Cindy and her husband Dave LeMay, tremendous time. And the thing is, Kiki's dad's a member of the team. He's a blind hockey player. So I don't know if you saw the photo, but we had him behind the steering wheel of the bus with his cane. With the red
I didn't see that. No, I got to look that up. Oh, that's classic.
Yeah. Oh. And in fact, we played Newark Fire Department a few weeks ago in a charity game. When he came in, they thought he was goofing on them.
Oh, yes, you told me that.
Two hands, he's blind.
That's true.
But it was a tremendous event. And, our support staff, Ted and I, are so lucky because without them, it's a weekend like this. There's a lot of logistics, a lot of moving parts.
Right.
We have two young ladies who are part of the Montclair State University Communications Department, and part of their duties or schooling this year is to help our program. So they came along and they documented everything on video and whatnot. So yeah, it was very. And by the way, this Wednesday we have practice, Tom, and I talked to Ted earlier this morning. In addition to the other dancing, we're going to get the whole team to do a dance on the ice.
Oh, that's right. Good. Nice. We got to get that going. Yes. Our dance challenge is up and running, everybody. We've got to get this thing going again.
And
do not worry about
done. I got to get it out to Billy Brown and Bigby.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And again, don't worry about how you look, anybody. No, there's no judging here. Nobody's, if you want to make fun of anybody, make fun of me.
Say?
Well, I hate to say it, but you don't even have two left feet. It's like,
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. It's funny too. They have a scoreboard at this outdoor rink, and all the electronics and the little pad they use. I've never used that. All the times I've been in rinks, I've never done it. So I asked them if I could do it. I was all fired up.
Not easy, right?
Well, the pressure was on, but it was pretty. Once you got going, it was pretty good because they were just doing running clock and every 2.5 minute shift. So every 2.5 minutes, I got to hit the buzzer. So I'm hooting and hollering at the buzzer. This Jen O'Brien's looking at me like, "What is wrong with you? For God's sake!" I'm so excited to be pushing the buzzer. Yeah,
but these events are great, aren't they, Tom? I mean, really, sometimes we get too hung up and all that, and then when you do this, it makes you humble, makes you really realize how fortunate and whole mindfulness stuff.
Yeah, really around people like these kids for our event. I know same thing yours. If anybody should be whining and complaining about the way their life is, they could do it, but they don't. They're the exact opposite. They're loving life and they're having fun, and
So for part of the weekend, we had George Finn accompanying the team and James Ball. Now James was, if you remember the scene in Slapshot, the brawl against the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Goaltender goes there. The Patriot goaltender goes after Paul Newman and starts feeding him.
Right.
That was James. So he was there with us. He's a member of the Hall of Fame of Rink of Dreams. Oh. And then George Finn, who played Rocky in Youngblood, with the famous quote, "You want to go, pretty boy?" He accompanied us for the weekend as well. So it was really, excuse me, on the ride back from the game from Utica, George said, "Hey, can I go in the back of the bus like the old days?" I said, "Absolutely," because that's where all the beer is. So George, he spun back there and had a good time with the guys.
That's classic. That's really good stuff.
Like I said, for our program, even though it really wasn't a hockey per se event, Tom, it was a tremendous event. And all thanks to Barry Shelley.
Yeah,
he's a one-man army.
Yes. All right, here, the brother of my personal sleep expert. This is Brian Duffy, Brendan Duffy's brother. So Brian Duffy, again, a veteran. He was in charge of all the VFWs at one point in North America, in the U.S. So he's going to do a dance video. He's went to Antarctica. He's going to do a dance video for Antarctica. We got to get going, everybody. Come on.
Yeah.
We don't worry about how you're looking. Again, if anybody wants to make fun of anybody, watch my video. You can make fun of me, and then that's all you need to have.
I don't know. I thought you looked pretty good, man.
Oh, God. And I really practice that too. Like I'm going to get going with it. Like it's like, you see these people move and their arms are flying all over. Mine's just like steel rods or something like that. Yeah, fun stuff.
That's power. You can't help having power.
That's what it is. That's where we put it. Yeah, that's where we put it. All right. All right. I'm going to whine here a little bit. I want you to give me some advice. All right. So drove up there 3 hours. And again, now I have usually, and we talk about this a lot, I use the kettlebell swing all the time. And it really prevents, it loosens me up, it tightens my core. So I never get back problems anymore. And I have had back problems in the past. But again, I got a little cocky, as I do once in a while, thinking, okay, I don't need to do kettlebell swings anymore. So I go sit in the car for 3 hours, drive up to Binghamton, then stand around the rink all day long, and then sleep in it's a cabin bed. So I'm not picking on anybody's bed. So I get up in the morning. I can barely move yesterday, man. So what if that happens? I know we've been to. I had a neck before, and I put heat on it, so it'll loosen up. So like if I got in the shower this morning, it actually felt really good, but now it's tightened up again.
So the general protocol for any type of, especially structural injury like neck or back, knee, is 48 hours of ice because you want to bring the initial inflammation down. And then introduce heat so it brings in the blood flow and the nutrients for the healing process. Okay. But it's important, especially when you have a neck or back issue, because what will happen when you get a subluxation, it's going to pinch a nerve. Yeah. And so, for instance, your sciatica is normally the size of your thumb. It could swell up to the size of your fist.
Oh, is that what it is?
So,
that's in the lower. Is that in the lower? Where's that? The lower part of your back?
Sciatica is like down by L4, L5. And that's when you get the pain radiate down both buttocks into the back of your legs. So it gets bad.
So mine's up higher, and it's radiated from one side to the next. Yesterday it was on the right side. Today it's on the left side.
So it's the same thing. You're pinching a nerve. So ice it down for 2 days. Try to restrict any kind of torquing. That's going to re-injure, not re-injure, but re-aggravate it.
Right.
And you should initially feel relief from the ice in and of itself.
Okay.
And then, like I said, so 2 days of ice, and then you introduce heat. But many times people, and I was guilty of it too before I was educated on this. I have an L4, I get in a shower, put the heat on, and all I'm doing is making this swelling worse.
That's right. That's right. Should I do any stretching or just not? You got to get that information
down. I'd move around. You want the blood flow because that's critically important. And here's the other thing. Don't be afraid, and I was guilty of this also, of taking any kind of pain medication because if you don't, it slows down the healing process.
Right. Yeah, so Advil really works. That's an anti-inflammatory too, right?
And the thing about Advil is we just have to be careful not to take, I think they're 500 milligrams. You don't want to take more than 4,000 milligrams a day because it can become pretty toxic on your liver.
So blood flow then, like take a Viagra? Is that kind of stuff?
What is that?
That's right. You're a machine. You don't need that stuff. Yeah, I'd have to go buy something. Yeah, I don't have them either. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the protocol. So 2 days ice, then introduce heat, and along the way, especially at the onset, you want to get an NSAID in you.
Good. So I got to ask you, going back to the wonderful gentleman that's blind that plays. How does he play? How does he play?
Well, he described it to me. He was an Air Force pilot,
right?
And he says that he has 10% vision, and what it means is it's looking through a straw.
Oh, okay.
So, like, say if he enters a home and he's never been there before, he has to look around and make snapshots. That's where that is, and remember it, right?
Oh, okay.
So when we go on the ice, everybody has a black helmet. He has a white helmet. And we tell the opposing team, hey, he's blind.
Oh.
And everybody's cool with it. But he gets it done. Sometimes he makes plays and he skates and he played hockey before he had this occur to him. But just a tremendous human being. His daughter, like, God bless her, she takes really good care of her dad.
Right.
Not that he needs it, but, and so she came along. We had one of the go to a guy's room, Ernie Hernandez, and he said, we're going to play a game. You have to tell your most embarrassing story.
Oh, nice.
And that was it. His was pretty rough.
Oh.
Mine was interesting. But Kiki, and I'll let her maybe tell you privately or us, but it's an amazing story. It's hysterical.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
It's a great people. So, and I know you know this too. So when you get into this new life that we've got going, in my case, is True Grit life, all positivity and everything. I've really seen it happen more and more. And unfortunately, you don't lose friends, some of the friends that maybe are thinking the same way as you kind of drift away a little bit. They don't have as much in common, but you always end up meeting new people that are more fit, that are doing what you're doing, right? Great
Absolutely.
People. This is Larry Pierce up there. So again, he was the guy that had the farm, he and his family. He was a college hockey player at Cornell. It was pretty good, I guess. Mm-hmm. And now he's got this a demolition company. But what a fantastic person! Like, not only so he's one of those guys that
wait a minute. His demolition company.
Yes.
So basically, his life's in ruins.
That's right. Oh, that's not. I can't laugh at that. That's terrible. But he's a very successful man, and he's really he thinks all the time. So when he goes into the place, he gets paid, obviously, to demolish the building, but then he keeps the scrap stuff. Like he built, I'm going to post it later. He built a covered bridge over a river that's on his property. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's all used. Well, it's almost all used. There's some glass on the side, but the rest of it's all used stuff. And he finds tremendous uses for all the stuff he's got. But he also teaches all the people, including his sons, about the power of positive thinking and everything, and motivation. So he had a worker come to him the other day. It was windy, and they're trying to put these. Jesus! Oh my back! Oh, that is brutal. Oh. So they were trying to put these blankets on the rink to keep the ice frozen, but it was windy. So the guy, one young guy came and says, "I can't do this. I can't do it." So the kids should have known better. Like, they just don't say can't around there. They're always trying to find a way to do it. So he's really positive. He's got a few sons. I can't remember how old they are, but one son I met there, Joey, 15 years old. And they've got all kinds of tractors there, and they're always tearing things apart, cutting down trees and the whole bit. And they're saying this is taking too long because one tractor, and they got to change all the equipment on it every time they need to do something different. So the 15-year-old son said, "I want to buy my own tractor. Can I do that?" And Dad says, "Yeah." And it was like about $150,000 tractor, or maybe $100,000 tractor. But he's a 15-year-old boy, so the kid went and bought his own, plop down. He'd earned enough to buy his own tractor at $100,000. So I'm like, geez. Pretty cool, man.
Well, I don't know who it was, but this is a great. I like this. It's so somebody said, "Hey, coach, I'm trying," and he said, "Trying is a loud way of not really doing anything."
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it is true. Yeah, I've gotten that more and more. Like I say to little kids now, I said, "Is your dream to play in the National Hockey League?" And they'll say, "Well, I'm going to try." And no, that's not what we do here. You're going to tell yourself every day, over and over, and anybody wants to know that you're going to play in the National Hockey League. Now, given that, that a lot of people don't play in the National Hockey League, but it's the process that goes into getting to the National Hockey League or attempting to get to the NHL. And that's going to help you the rest of life. And they're like, "Oh, okay, coach. Yeah." It's pretty cool now, passing that stuff on. So
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, jeez, I'm such a
wuss. You better, after this, get ice down and pop a few Advil. Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, I've got the Advil's key too. And again, it did loosen up when I got in the shower, but you're right, now I've inflamed it again, probably. So
probably because you're sitting there, you might have moved a bit. Yeah. So be careful with that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm not getting old.
I was going to say, as far as life decisions, we all have goals and aspirations. When I came out of high school, I was a pretty small dude, and I really liked the horses. Just, I envisioned maybe a career as a jockey because, and then for whatever reason, I thought about maybe entering the adult entertainment field. And I quickly found out I was too big for the first job and too small for the second one. So I had to change course, kind of.
I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger get interviewed by maybe David Letterman or something. I can't remember what it was. Or early in his career as a bodybuilder. And Letterman asked him, "Why did you choose to be a bodybuilder?" He said, "Well, I stood in front of the mirror naked one time, and I realized I can't remember how big my junk was, and I figured I need to build the rest of my body up to do that part." So, yeah, it's pretty funny. He was good. It was really serious the way he said it, so you didn't really know where he was going with the whole thing.
I was never a big Stallone fan. I mean, I liked some of that stuff, but then when Tulsa King came out, which if anybody hasn't seen it, it's amazing. He's really good at it. So I started watching interviews, and first of all, he's a really humble guy.
Yeah.
And he tells the story that he auditioned to be an extra, not even have a part, just be an extra for The Godfather. And the casting director said, "You're not Italian enough." Can you imagine the Italian?
Oh, is that right, eh? Wow.
So the interviewer said, "Whatever happened to that guy?" He goes, "I hired him."
Oh, is that right? That's funny.
It works for him. Yeah.
He used to come in the locker room when Gretzky got traded to LA. He'd come in the locker room.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Robert Fatorik, who I love, is a great guy. I know you know as well. He started calling, I guess he was kind of nervous being around. So instead of calling him Sylvester or Sly, whatever, he called him Rocky. So we're all he kept calling him Rocky in front of us. And they brought Stallone in to give us a pregame speech. It was like, he's a good guy. He wasn't a motivational speaker. So, Robbie introduced him, and this is Rocky. And we're going, he does have another name, right?
Yeah. I mean, the only Stallone story I know is when Lou Duva told the story 1,000 times, but that's all right. About when Holyfield beat Tyson. Lou was in Holyfield's corner, and I think it was a first-round stoppage or whatever. And Lou went to each corner and said, "This one's for you, Rocky." And this was in Vegas at the MGM Grand. And then Sylvester Stallone came up and said, "Mr. Duva, blah, 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 thank you for." He said, "No, I don't mean any disrespect, but that was for Rocky Marciano."
Oh, is that right? That's funny. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. All right. So Dougie DeVito, good man here. So we had a little. He's a great example. So he's direct messaging me that he had lost. He needs to lose about 5 more pounds. He was doing the intermittent fasting. Very good. He's doing a good job too. But he doesn't think that his body is going to get it done, getting the extra 5 pounds off. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not the way we do things around here. You tell your body that you're going to lose the 5 pounds. So I actually sent him the app, that MyFitPal app, so you can chart in all your food. So he's working hard at it. He's done a good job.
That the greater message could be also this, that the 5 pounds is a number.
Right.
In other words, you could be 185 pounds and be 20% body fat, or you can be 185 pounds and be 12% body fat. So be more concerned, Doug, about, and you'll know better than anybody how you look in the mirror.
Yeah, totally. Good point.
And that's really the best way to go about it. Yeah.
Definitely. He goes to the gym a lot, he says, and he's been doing intermittent fasting for I think a couple of years now. He's been doing it.
Yeah, it works. And there's more,
geez.
Tom, let's cut it short, man. You got to go ice down.
Oh God, yeah. All right.
You know what? You may need a little bit of electric stim, so that might be part of it too. You should get a TENS unit. You can get them a
so like a massage wouldn't do any good, right? It's more the ice.
Oh, it depends where you go.
please can I get a massage? Please. All right, guys. Sorry, gonna cut a little short here, man.
You gotta
I'm just sitting in a bad spot. All right, brother. Good to see you. That was a great weekend by everybody. Barry Shelley, thank you very much.
Great job.
Yeah, the Pierce family for me up in Binghamton. Absolutely. And Jen O'Brien, fantastic time. So, all right, everybody. Let's see you next week. Hopefully, I'll still be alive.